What's happening, everybody? It's Vicious again. Yeah, I know you thought I was done talking about DNF Duel, but here I am with another video. About a year ago, I made a video saying, or really thinking about the characters that I would want for DNF Duel, and I think my perception has sort of changed due to what we've gotten. In my previous video, I think I went over a couple of advancements that the characters had. As you can see, there's all 16 of the classes, and most of them have multiple advancements. These two only have, well, they have their one class advancement, I guess you could call it, and they don't have like anything else. Like, for instance, look, see, Dark Knight is just a Dark Knight. He is nothing but the Dark Knight, right? So when you go to Slayer, Slayer has a bunch of different like advancements, you know, and they just branch off into a bunch of different things. Anyway, I have a better idea of who I want in DNF Duel, and actually, let's go through it. I'm not going to talk about the characters that we already got because it seems a little bit pointless right now. I don't think they're going to be coming into DNF unless they're DLC. So I'm not going to talk about the other advancements that may or may not come just yet. I might save that for another video. So I'm not going to be talking about the male slayer, female fighter, male gunner, or female priest. So let's go ahead and look at the slayer. The female slayer dominates her enemies with blade and strength of Majin imbued in her arm. So basically like a demon. Just like the male slayer, really. This actually got added recently. Spectre, I imagine to be like Ghostblade, but you know, I'm not entirely sure. Actually, do we want to? Let's check that out. I got this muted. Yeah, she's a bit like Ghostblade, but there's no ghost. She just uses the katana, right? That's her weapon. See, I don't want. I want to say I want this one in here because I want Ghostblade because that's the character that I got. That's one of the characters I got. That's the first awakening. Yeah, that's not a bad outfit. You know, these awakenings get crazier and crazier, but her Neo awakening is actually pretty tame by comparison to a lot of them. Uh, so I think that we need some light to balance out the darkness in the game. I don't think any of these characters are necessarily villains. If I'm not mistaken, I don't really know the deep lore behind DFO. So, you know, forgive me if I got that wrong. I think we need, like, some lighter heroes and we need some darker heroes. We need to just balance out the roster. Like Vagabond, a magic swordsman who trains in Qigong while suppressing the power of the demon in her demonic arm. You know, pretty cool. Very light appearance. Really like it. And she used the lightsaber. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Swordmaster would be really cool. Now, this is why I'm getting DNF Duel on PC, because they're probably going to mod these outfits into the game. They're very great. The illustration is really good. I love it. I would be good with Swordmaster. Having Swordmaster, she can use any of these swords. Be a cool mechanic. Have her join the game, and you know what? Make it so they don't really overlap, because there is a male Swordmaster. Don't see a reason to put female and male Swordmaster. Make it so she's kind of like that one guy from Samurai Showdown. I don't know his name. He uses all those swords. Make it so she switches swords. That'd be real cool. She switches stances. It'd be really awesome to see that in a, you know, modern 2D fighting game. You know, going back to some more complicated things. So I'm going with Swordmaster. And I don't know if I already mentioned this, but we're only going to be looking at the first advancement awakening. The first awakening. Because that's all we have so far. So we have the female gunner. I see no reason to have two rangers. And I actually don't like the look of mechanic that well. At least not from this angle. Spitfire. Spitfire is cool. But she used a bow gun. Let's go to Launcher. This is actually my favorite design, is the second awakening. But the first awakening isn't too bad. It's a big contrast from the Ranger. Male Ranger, that is. The male Ranger has two small guns, and she has one big laser and hand cannon, actually. And she shoots RPGs and all sorts of stuff. I think that'd be really cool. So that's definitely like my second pick, personally. Mage has a bunch of different cool advancements. Like Elemental Bomber looks pretty cool. Looks pretty demonic, you know. Little elf. We got the Glacial Master, which has one of my favorite outfits. Glacial Master would be cool. Arxis is no stranger to having characters that use ice, aka Jin. So, you know, I like to see a mage use ice, specifically just ice, because if you go to 9 in Blaze Blue, she uses water, fire, earth, ice, all the elements. My friend really wants the Blood Mage. I don't really want the Blood Mage like that, but my friend wants the Blood Mage. Swordmaster is really cool. And this is where I say that, you know, we gotta like start, you know, differentiating light and dark characters. I think Dimension Walker would be really cool. Dimension Walker has teleports. Dimension Walkers has a familiar, so there could be some set play going on there with teleports, and also very dark moveset using these dark holes to swallow up enemies and summoning demons that come out of them and all sorts of things, shooting dark voided out lasers. Really cool. But Swordmaster, I'd be cool with Swordmaster too. So it's between these two. I would have to flip a coin, so I'll let you guys decide which one you want. To be honest, like I want either Swordmaster or Dimension Walker. Can't really decide there. But like I said, I have a better understanding of who I want in the game, but I don't know if I could decide between a couple of these per se. Alright, so now let's move on. Okie dokie then. So next up we got the female mage, and you know, the female mage is pretty cool. I don't think there's too many dark versions of the female mage. I don't really want the battle mage immediately because the battle mage seems to be a little bit more serious. I would really love to have witch, because witch seems like the most playful, and witch seems like something that, you know, Arxis would like to have in the game, strictly because they have a character that's kind of like witch. Somebody disagreed with me in one of my videos like a year ago, but you know, she summons big fluffy monsters and like machines and stuff, and well, let's actually look into it. If my internet will stop freaking out. I'm uploading a video as we speak. Alright, so this is the witch, and tell me if you think she's like Platinum the Trinity. Look at that big candy cloud. That little cat dropping ice droplets. She just hit the enemies with like a fly swatter a little bit ago. Yeah, this character would be dope. This is definitely like Rachel Alucard right here. Rachel Alucard and flipping Platinum the Trinity. I definitely want Witch in the game. Close second, torn between another one of these. Close second would be Enchantress. Enchantress was in one of the animated trailers that they had, so you know, and it's also a witch. You know, she has hexes and she fights using whips and toy dolls. Really cool. Those are my favorites out of the female mage guide. Oh, did I just say guide? I must have seen guide somewhere on the screen. Sorry. So male priest is something I don't like. Really, I don't really like any of. I like the Avenger. I like the Neo Awakening, but we're looking at like the First Awakenings here because that's all we got so far. Don't really like the First Awakenings outfit. I think we need something to contrast with what we already have, because we already have what was that? Let's go to the female priest actually. So the female priest would be the Inquisitor. The Inquisitor, a priestess who punishes an enemy according to the commandments of her order. Okay, gotcha. Let's go back to the male priest. Let's see. I don't know. I need to take a look at the weapon. But I think Inquisitor uses an axe, right? So Exorcist would be the opposite, right? It'd be like the inverse. It'd be like the male Inquisitor, basically, because they can use an axe and a scythe and rosary or whatever. I want the Avenger, but I think the First Awakening of the monk probably looks the coolest. Imagine him fighting with a totem. Pretty cool, you know? Yeah, so I would go with the monk, even though I really want the actually no, I am tripping. I want the Avenger because the Avenger can turn into a freaking demon. Let's take a look at the gameplay of the Neo Avenger. It's pretty rad, if I do say so myself. Put this in 1080p. I don't know why it defaulted to 720. Yeah, I do. It's because I'm uploading a video. Look at this. Look at this. Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic Unleashed. Now, you can't tell me that's not like Valkenheim. Let me actually turn this down. Actually, no. Actually, yes. Yeesh. I don't want to dawdle on this too long, but you get the idea. You guys can go to this page. Look at him shooting the laser. He's Devil from Tekken. He's Beast from Beauty and the Beast. He's Valkenheim from Blaze Blue. This dude is just everything. Really cool, really interesting concept. And going head to head with the Inquisitor, really dope. Again, this contrasting values, I guess. Alright, let's take a look at what else we got left. So I wouldn't do Priest. Thief is the one I'm most interested in. I always do Thief. I do Thief in normally like any RPG type thing. I love daggers. I love knife characters. They're really fast, really deadly. I want this outfit, which is why I'm going to have somebody modded into DNF Duel when it comes out. But this is definitely the class I want, Rogue. I can see Shadow Dancer making it because Shadow Dancer is a lot like Seth from Under Night and Birth. Don't really want Necromancer because I don't think of thieves when I think of necromancy. Kunoichi, I guess they could be like a thief, and I think this outfit looks the coolest, but they're going to come in with this one, which I don't think is as cool as this one, but this one here is definitely the best. Look at her skin. It's pink. It's so cool. And over here, yeah, we need a sister in the game too. That's definitely Bullet. That's Bullet, Seth, Hanamura right there. Rogue, aka Alcyone. Let's get it in there. Actually, let's look at the gameplay. You know, I talk a big game for her, but you know, she's really cool. She moves fast. She has a DP basically. She can cancel specials into other specials, which seems to be a thing that they're doing in DNF Duel. Up. Look, she's moving so fast around the screen, man. And she's just tearing it all up. Just scratching everything up with the dagger. She can hold a dagger and she can hold twin daggers, I guess. Look at her. Just look at her go. Really sick. And just for comparison's sake, let's look at Shadow Dancer. Shadow Dancer is pretty dope too. I got a Shadow Dancer, but I don't really use Shadow Dancer like that. I haven't. Shadow Dancer can basically link multiple enemies together and do AoE attacks, and Shadow Dancer hurts all of them. So depending on who Shadow Dancer hits directly, they're going to receive a good amount of critical damage, and the enemies that are within her circle will receive like a certain amount of damage that the original receiver received, but lessen, I guess. Yeah, Shadow Dance is perfectly acceptable. Oh, would you look at that? The characters are all down there. I could have done this the entire time. Knight. Let's take a look at Knight. This is another one where I'm torn. If they put in Shadow Dancer, I say put in Elven Knight. Elven Knight looks a lot like Sophidia, but the only thing I'm thinking about is she uses Zanbato like Berserker. So, I don't know. Chaos is sort of a darker one. Half demon, half human. And we got the Dragon Knight. A knight who commands dragons, obviously. This is the one I actually like the most. I like the design here the most, though. Lightbringer would be cool, too. If there's not enough light characters, yeah, it's got to be between Lightbringer with the bludgeon and, because it's a completely different weapon, or we gotta have Dragon Knight. Because Dragon Knight has set play. Dragon Knight can use a dragon to just light up the screen. Let's look at that. Yeah, see that dragon in the air? Just doing damage. Just doing damage. Other dragons coming out. No big deal. Dragons just melting the entire screen. You love to see it. I love to see it. Let's skip forward a little bit. Because this video is going to be forever. She can actually fly too, if I remember correctly. Yeah, really cool. And Lightbringer has a bludgeon. What is the bludgeon? Is that shield? Oh, she has the angel wings. Oh man, it's on. Sometimes you need a happy medium though. Sometimes you don't need light and dark. So I'm cool with any of the three. Chaos, I think is like set play. She like summons demons or something along those lines. So you know, whatever. I'm up in the air with Knight. Demonic Lancer, I can tell you this right now. I'm torn too. And I know I keep saying that, but Demonic Lancer has two classes that I really like. It's the Skirmisher and the Impaler. Oops, I went to Dragon, didn't I? So check out what the Skirmisher can do. I'm going to go to the Neo version because I don't think they're going to discriminate with advancements and like, you know, their final abilities or whatever. Yeah, check that out. He moves so fast, he does multiple stabs, and he's just comboing, man. And he's doing a bunch of different animations. Not a lot of these animations are like really the same, I guess. I mean, it may look that way, but it's only within the same move that the animation is the same. Might be better just to show you Durandal gameplay. Oh, that's a second awakening. Let's look at the description here. Master of the Spear who uses the power of demonic lances in dueling. Now, Vanguard is like the opposite of Skirmisher. Vanguard is strong, hits you strong with the spear. Skirmisher hits you fast. Impaler throws the spears at you. He's pretty dope. Let's take a look at Impaler gameplay. This is my Demonic Lancer. He's a zoner. You know, the game needs zoners, and you know, we got two gunners. Why not have the Demonic Lancer in here? Really cool, dark character too. I think this character goes crazy because of the darkness that comes with his just being a damn Demonic Lancer, as it says right there, man. Demonic Lancer. Agent. Yo, I'm a big fan of the Secret Agent is Kodachi. I'm a fan of like short blades and daggers. They're really fast, really cool, really fun to look at. So let's take a look at the Secret Agent, just so you get an idea of him. I guess I should have played a video on all these, huh? Well, you definitely can check out the website. Just look up DFO characters on Google, and it should pop up. Yeah, this dude uses like a silenced pistol, and he just moves quickly, and he just shoots everybody, and then he just slices people, man. He does the job, you know. And that's, I mean, hell, what's the class called? Agent. Secret Agent. That's what we need. Troubleshooter is like, don't really care about Troubleshooter. Don't care about Hitman that much either. Hitman using Odachi is kind of weird to me. Like, what Hitman would use a big ass weapon? And there's the Specialist. Don't really care about that. Put the Secret Agent in there. These two characters are like sort of ancillary, I think you'd call it. So this character, a Slayer who released a demon from his arm. So this is basically what Berserker is in DNF Duel. Slayer is basically unleashed. And yeah, He does his own things really dark. He's a swordsman who's transcended his limits by traveling to the other side of the time gate. Don't really care too much about this guy. I don't even care if he makes it, if you want me to be all the way honest. Creator is interesting because it is a female mage who has unlocked the power of time. Really interesting because you can't play with this character with a controller yet, at least. You can only play with her using a mouse and keyboard. She just sets up big, strong spells all over the screen. You just click, you go to your spell, you have like a rotary of spells, and you just like set shit all over the place. It's pretty cool. As you can see, yeah, she's just whooping ass, and it's pretty unfair. But, you know, whatevs. But yeah, those are all, that's an idea of characters that I would want in DNF Duel. And again, all of these you have to go to the First Awakening because that seems like that's what they're putting in DNF Duel so far. So let me know if you liked the video. If you don't, then you know, don't. But if you do, let me know what you thought and who you want to make it to DNF Duel.